season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And he's got room.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Broncos. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this is taken in at the 5. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 39 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great effort there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Touchdown, Rams.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On first down at Stafford. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Rams are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, first and 10. They try to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
They're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back to throw now on first down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Touchdown! KJ Hamler. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
32! Monday!
From the red zone now, Stafford.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Our game here, the second of 3 on this fine Christmas day. Coming up later tonight, the Bucs and Cardinals from Glendale. And then remember, as if your spouse hasn't chided you enough already, more football coming your way tomorrow night. Chargers and Colts on the 26th from Indianapolis.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal.
Gay's kick is good, and that gets him back within 10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Good catch. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
32!
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where...
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of it.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Back in the end zone, can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Ramsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
all in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Second and 13.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
40 gun! 40 gun!
Second and 10, Stafford again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Stafford. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And that's caught at the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, Most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Going up top for Kupp. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Cooper Kupp.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
17. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the end zone, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. He's got room at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DJ Chark, 62 yards.
And the Broncos have got it on cruise control.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
17.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. It's brought in by Harris. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Stafford.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense.